Thank you guys for joining. Thanks for being on. This is going to be a fun topic. Is anybody uncomfortable about this topic? Anybody feeling a little weird? You can tell me. I'm okay with it. Remember, the title of this is Keeping It Real. So if you know me and if you followed me for a while, you know that I always keep it real. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not, but there's no hiding in my world. Even though we're online and you're not seeing me in my ugliness, I do get ready usually for Facebook Lives, but other than that, we're always keeping it real. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Susan Johnson. I'm a nutritional therapy practitioner. I'm also the founder of the Kick Cancer Movement, and I'm a presidential diamond with doTERRA Essential Oils. And I use this space every week, daily actually, to educate and empower you on living your healthiest life possible. I believe that we were created to feel well so that we could serve well. In fact, one thing I learned a few years ago was when you don't feel well, how easy is it for you to show up in the world and deliver a good message or help other people? It's hard, right? So when we're feeling our best, we're able to serve and we're able to help others. So I hope that my job here is received on your end and it allows you to really feel well so you can do well in this world. So today we're talking about a really fun topic. It's called coffee enemas. And I know a few of you are just joining simply to make sure I'm not doing a video tutorial. Just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But I know a few of you are just really curious about this. I want to say that I do these every single day of the week, Monday through Friday. Now, do you have to do them every day? You don't. It's part of my morning routine. I have a morning power hour where I just spend a lot of time in quiet meditation and prayer. I'm listening to a sermon, a podcast, and I'm also detoxifying. So let's talk about what is a coffee enema, why you should be doing it. So a coffee enema is where you take a certain type of coffee and it goes through your rectum, it goes into your hemorrhoidal vein directly to your liver gallbladder. So this is done in a way that it's not uncomfortable. I think when you first begin these, it feels a little bit uncomfortable. It's totally unfamiliar, right? But I want you to know it's something you can do in the comfort of your own bathroom. And it is not messy. It's just a simple process that allows you to really detoxify your liver gallbladder. So I put together a blog post that my good friend and business partner, Gracie Hammer, founder of Beautiful and Clean Living. She also founded Black Velvet Coffee in Mammoth Lakes, California. She is an expert in coffee enemas. In fact, she actually roasts coffee specifically for enemas. So I asked her to do a guest post on my blog all about coffee enemas, and I linked to that here on Facebook. Instagram, I will link to it shortly. At the end of this video, I'm going to store it in our IGTV. But you want to read that because that is going to take you step by step on how to do a coffee enema, okay? Now, why should you do a coffee enema? I want you to understand that when you're doing a coffee enema, you are creating the opportunity for your body to detox in a way that is virtually impossible through any other process. Glutathione is probably the most powerful detoxifying nutrient that we know today. When you do a coffee enema, you are stimulating the production of glutathione 700%, which means you are creating so much glutathione in your body that you are effectively pushing out toxins from your liver, through your gallbladder, down through your colon, and out as waste. That's pretty powerful. So if you're walking through cancer and you are going through chemotherapy and you're going through radiation, you're going through all of these crazy treatments, a lot of the side effects from that is nausea, headaches, even memory loss or foggy brain. Sometimes people call it chemo brain. So that is a result of a congested liver. When you can dump those toxins out of your liver, you're actually getting rid of that nausea. Interesting, right? There was a gentleman who studied this, and he actually started to implement coffee enema therapy through his own diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. He found that when he started detoxifying and he started taking these high-dose pancreatic enzymes and eating really well and really fueling his body with the nutrients that it needed to help fight cancer, he was feeling really nauseous. So he started doing coffee enemas, and what that did is it expedited his healing process. It took away any pain and discomfort, and it also reduced his nausea and vomiting side effects from the treatment of cancer. So these are all really important to know. Now, if you don't have cancer, should you still do coffee enemas? Absolutely. In fact, coffee enemas were used in World War I for pain. The hospitals were running out of morphine. And in World War I, nurses would administer coffee enemas prior to and after surgeries to help the soldiers deal with pain, help manage their pain. So if you deal with pain, if you deal with chronic pain, maybe it's an acute situation, you can do coffee enemas to help lower the inflammation in your body, help reduce the pain. Do you have skin issues? Perhaps you're dealing with acne, maybe it's cystic acne, or maybe it's just a breakout. Maybe it's hormone related, but you're dealing with skin issues. Do a coffee enema. Did you know that the first symptom of a congested liver often manifests in your skin? So when people are dealing with psoriasis or they're dealing with acne, when I had my private practice, I would always support that issue by addressing the liver. So we'd always focus on detox, and then their skin would clear up. So it is not just for people who are sick. It's not just for people who are dealing with a symptom. It's also to be proactive with your health. So I do them regularly, even though I don't have pain, I'm not dealing with skin issues, and I don't have cancer. What I've noticed is in general that my hormone balance is totally regulated. So I used to have pretty symptomatic cycles. I would have cramping, I'd have digestive upset, I'd be really moody. And although my husband would probably argue with you that I could still be maybe a little moody the day before, I have noticed that all of those symptoms have gone away with my cycle since I've been doing coffee enemas, because I'm also helping get rid of the excess estrogen that's stored in your liver and flushing that out of my body. Many times when you're experiencing just hormone disruption or you're experiencing really symptomatic cycles, it's because you have excess estrogen in your body that you need to get rid of. And that's really common with women these days, especially when you're using over-the-counter makeup products. If you're eating or drinking off of plastic, if you're using just toxic chemicals in your kitchen and in your home, a lot of those create excess estrogen in your body. So you have to get rid of that. In fact, estrogen-based cancers oftentimes are caused because of an overproduction or an overexposure of estrogen in the body and the inability to properly detox that. That excess estrogen is stored in your liver. So in order to get rid of that and to help with those symptoms, you have to detox your liver. And again, what is the most effective way to stimulate glutathione, which is the detox nutrient, is through a coffee enema. Now I'm going to address one more question before we go, is why coffee? And can I just drink it? Unfortunately, when you just drink it, it's not going to do the same thing. So number one, Gracie explains in the blog post what kind of coffee you want to use. You're not going to use your regular Folgers. Please don't walk into Starbucks and say I'd like an upside down coffee. I'm going to go put it in a bucket at home and administer it rectally. You're not going to get a lot of fans that way. You get some weird looks. You understand that administering this certain type of coffee into your rectum, the reason that coffee is used to help with this detox is there's a nutrient in the coffee that actually makes your liver and gallbladder dilate so that it can dump those toxins. So it's dilating the veins, dilating the organs that are necessary to allow the toxins to be dispelled. When you drink it, it's not having the same effect. Okay, when you're taking it rectally, it's going right through your hemorrhoidal vein directly to your liver, gallbladder. Now, in that same question, a lot of people say, well, I can't drink coffee. I have an issue, or I'm really sensitive to caffeine. Am I going to notice that doing a coffee enema? You will notice very little effects of caffeine when you're doing a coffee enema. However, if you are really sensitive to coffee, I encourage you to do them in the morning so that it doesn't keep you awake at night, in the case that you're really sensitive. I have found that I don't even think about coffee in the mornings after I do my coffee enema until about 11. That's what I usually have, a morning cup of coffee, if I have some at all. So this is not going to replace your caffeine necessarily. If you're thinking, oh, I need to get a buzz, you're not going to get a buzz off of coffee enema, but you're going to get even better detoxification results that you can't get by drinking your morning cup of joe. So I hope that was helpful. Again, go to my website, seasonjohnson.com, click on blog. You're going to find the most recent post. For those of you on Facebook, you can click the link in the title to this video to see all the details about a coffee enema and the instructions on actually how to do